Stephanie Mielke here, aka Keto Mom, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the Keto Mom podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Mielke, and welcome to the Keto Mom Secrets podcast. Good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we are diving into the morning mindset. Today, I have a question for you, and the question is, are you open to change? Or maybe you're like, yeah, I don't do change very well. My question too is, are you open to change? And I was reading through our chapter, okay, back up. Good morning. We're going through a book called Awareness Revolution. It is mine and my husband's book that we are getting closer to finishing. And as we reread and finish some chapters, I was looking through like the last kind of closer to the end of the book, which I have a new chapter that I want to add. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and there was such unawareness around this word. I don't want to give it away because I think I'll have it ready by tomorrow. I'm really excited about the chapter tomorrow that I want to share with you because of conversations that I have with people. And so, anyways, that's not what I'm talking about today. As I'm going through our book and as we're talking about awareness, and our goal is to help you have an awareness in lots of different things going on in your life, in different areas in your life, to help you have an awareness, because when you go, oh, when your mind is opened up and you have this new outlook on life, you're going, I know how to make a better choice. I know how to handle this situation. Oh my goodness, I never saw it that way, right? That's the point of this book in so many different areas of your life. And so tell me this, one thing you're thankful for. I feel like I should ask that every morning. An attitude of gratitude shifts your entire perspective. It shifts your day. It can shift your morning. So below, tell me what you're thankful for. I'm thankful for ketones. It's a very, very peaceful morning this morning. Like our lake is still. The birds are chirping. It's going to be a great day. All right. So as we're diving into today's conversation, the chapters that are, I don't know. Okay. Sometimes I try to read what people are saying and then it distracts me. So the actual next couple chapters were about parenting, awareness around parenting. Here's what I'll tell you. I'm not going to go into that here. There's tons of different chapters in different parts of the book that I'm not going to cover on the live. When the book is ready, you can for sure grab it. But my daughter and I have a podcast called Who Is She Becoming? So very much a mom teenager podcast for daughters. But I've had dads listen to it. I've had other people have their kids listen to it. So Who Is She Becoming? It's in the podcast app. It's on Spotify. We talk about parenting and teenagers. You can go listen to the podcast. We just uploaded a new one yesterday. And so I'm not going to go through this part of the book in parenting, but I'm skipping to a spot that my husband and I wrote, and a spot that we talk about resilience and change. So I just wanted to give you a thought for this morning. And if you're brand new, I'd love to get to know you. Post new below on the Keto Mom page. In the mornings, we talk about mindset. You can scroll through the Facebook page for the last 8 years for recipes. Every afternoon, I've been doing a keto tip. You can send me a message if you need an answer right away. You can go to KetoMomSecrets.com for anything that you need. KetoMomSecrets.com. All right, here's a thought for you today. My question is, are you open to change? If you had to rate yourself from 1 to 5, 1 being like, nope, I don't like change. It doesn't go well. 5 being like, yeah, I welcome change whenever it comes my way. The reason I actually want to talk about this is because a majority of you want something better in your life, right? You're here, you're probably on the Keto Mom page because you want to feel better, you want to get healthier, you want to be stronger, you want to look a specific way, like you're physically looking, you want physical change. And so with that comes a word that we were talking about called resilience. And so here's kind of what we wrote, and then I want to chat with you about it a little bit. All right. Building resilience requires conscious effort and commitment. Change and resilience requires constant effort and commitment. My question to you today is, are you committed to your health goals? Or is it something that you just say and then forget? Or you talk about it and then you don't do the actions? Are you actually committed to change? Because if you really truly want to feel better, lose weight, look a specific way, it's going to require change and some resilience. So this is what we wrote. Embracing change is an essential aspect of resilience, and it's a vital skill for today's ever-evolving world. Change is often met with resistance because it can disrupt our comfort zone and challenge our established routines. I know you want to lose weight. I know you want to feel better. And with that comes an understanding of, I'm going to have to change. I'm going to have to get uncomfortable. I'm going to have to do some hard things. It's going to take resilience. If you don't have that, if you're not committed, if you don't even have the awareness of, I'm going to have to get out of my comfort zone, then the likelihood of you hitting your goals is probably unlikely, right? It requires flexibility and the courage to let go of the familiar, venturing out into the unknown with a sense of curiosity and excitement. So I'm not going to read all of it. We just give a lot of examples. The thought is today. The thought for you today, the thought for anybody listening is, are you open to change and are you committed? Because it's going to require, here's an awareness, it's going to require you getting out of your comfort zone. It's not going to be easy. Losing weight is not easy. Getting healthy is not easy, right? And you either choose to do the hard today, make the changes, stay committed, saying no to whether it's the dessert or the part, like you might look weird. People might go, why don't you just celebrate us? And you're like, well, listen, there's something to celebrate every day with everybody around you. Like, are you committed? Because it's going to look weird. It's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have that pull. You're going to have that discomfort of saying no to the food that you want because it's right in front of you and your body's saying you want it and you're going, no, I don't. And your body's saying, just take it. And you're like, I'm committed. Change requires resilience and getting out of your comfort zone to make those harder choices today. So you're not having to make those harder choices or feeling like garbage later. And then the choice is, which medication am I going to take? I know that's a bit extreme, but that's where it leads to. And so the thought for you today is, am I open to change? Why have I not been hitting my goals? Is it because I'm actually not committed? I don't like being uncomfortable, because you're going to have to get really good at being uncomfortable in birthday parties and environments and going out with friends. Like, you can still go into those environments if you can go, you know what? I'm actually going to pass up on that today. You know what? I committed to myself to going to the gym, and listen, I love that you planned a last minute get together, but I actually already have plans. So I'll go with you next time. Hey, you know what? Kids? Mom and Dad, we are focused on getting healthy. We're actually not going to buy the Oreos anymore. We're not going to have the ice cream in the freezer anymore. We're going to treat those as a treat, as they should be. And you can have them at Grandma's. Or you can have them on a Saturday if we go to a birthday party, or we can celebrate, but we're not going to keep them in our home anymore. Is that hard? Maybe. Will your kids understand if you come with, oftentimes people will blame their children and they'll go, yeah, but my kids need it. Well, nobody needs it. Nobody needs it in their home. You just feel bad because you know they want it. Do any of you have grandparents that are living, or do you talk to them? I know you do. So we have plenty of grandparents around us, and it's so interesting to hear their life as they grew up, right? I'm sure they tell you stories of like, I had to walk miles to get to school and I had cardboard in my shoes. But one of the things that always stands out to me when they're telling us stories is just the food that they had available. And it wasn't they just didn't snack all day, and a treat was like on Christmas, or they didn't just have excess candy or pop. Like they didn't have any of that. They had milk from the cow and water and maybe some juice here and there, which was a treat. And they had, an ice cream that cost them a lot of money, and it was a treat, like once a quarter, once every 6 months, maybe on Christmas. And it's interesting that we just feel bad as a parent for not having those things in our home. Here's what I want you to understand. If you want true change in all areas of your life, it's going to require getting uncomfortable. It's going to require saying no sometimes. It's going to require doing some hard things. But if you're committed and you can do it now, you're going to be happy you did it later. If you're not committed and you don't do it now, you're going to regret it later, and you're going to have to put in the work later, or other health challenges might arise. So as a parent, I guess the only parenting advice I would give you is it's okay if you don't buy all of that stuff and keep it in your home. It's okay. I promise. Your kids will be okay. There's plenty of it everywhere they go, whether it's sporting events or grandparents' homes or birthday parties or activities. And as you bring your family in together and you communicate to your family or those people around you, like if you just say, I'm on a diet, I can't eat that, anybody is going to go, whoa. If you're at a birthday party, you're out with your friends, if you're at a girls' night out, like that's not the best way to communicate to anybody. But if you say, hey, you know what? I actually am committed to my health goals. I love that I'm here hanging out with you. I'm actually not going to have the drink, or I'm not going to have the dessert. Hey, thank you. No, thank you. You don't even have to explain yourself, but you can say it in a way that people give each other hard times. First of all, don't be that friend. Don't be that friend that tries to make your friend fail. Don't be the crab in the bucket that's constantly grabbing your friend and pulling him down. Be the encourager. Be the one that goes, oh my goodness, that's so great of you. How are you doing? How can I support you? Right? And also be aware of your communication to those around you. Instead of being snippy and I'm on a diet and I need to lose weight, I don't feel good. Be like, you know what? I'm actually good. No, thank you. If they give you a hard time, hey, you stand strong. You're committed. You're resilient because you know where you're going, and you go, this is going to be uncomfortable. Your awareness kicks in and you're like, this is what Stephanie was talking about. Inside, you're like, this is uncomfortable. This is hard. But if I can withstand it for 5 minutes because people mow down the dessert in 5 minutes, or their drinks are gone in 5 minutes, you're going to be like this. I did it. I'm proud of myself. Yes. Yes. Deep down, you're celebrating yourself. You're like, no, thank you. And you might have some turmoil inside. And then you're like, I'm so proud of myself. And then you celebrate, and then you keep going. Right? So that is the awareness I have for you around change is required. It's going to be uncomfortable. You can totally do it. Having communication, like nice, peaceful, this is what I'm doing, instead of, right? I have to lose weight. No, I get to eat healthy. I can't buy that food for you because I'm fat. No. Hey, guess what, family? We're going to do this together. Hey, you know what? It would really help me if I don't buy these things, and know that we'll have treats later on. It's super important. Your communication is important. How you present what you're doing is important. Your commitment is important. Understanding it's going to be uncomfortable, and that's okay. Nobody grows in their comfort zone. Actually, let me take that back. We all grow in our comfort zone. Do you get it? Like, for sure, if you're in your comfort zone, you're going to grow. Probably not the way you want to grow. You're going to grow the way you want to grow out of your comfort zone. So, all right, that's what I have for you today. I don't know if I actually have questions for this one yet. Wait, let me look. This was a lot about resilience, but let me go look to see if we've got these ones. We might. Yeah, I think we do. If you want, so in general, how we're doing is we've got topics, and then we've got a recap, and then we've got bullet points or questions. Life-changing questions. All right, I do have some questions tied to this chapter ready to go. If you want the PDF, post PDF in the comments, I'll get that to you. Otherwise, if you want some parenting teenager thoughts, you can go to the podcast app. I'll share it in my stories, and go type in, who is she becoming? Otherwise, continue to tune into the page. So I would love to answer any questions you have, whether it's food questions. I'm a homeschool mom. I'm getting ready for school. I love fitness. I love to help you eat better. I am not perfect, but I'll help you with your mindset and giving you some tips to help you have success in whatever area of your life it is. Reach out with questions. Go to ketomomsecrets.com for all things to get started. Otherwise, I hope you have an incredible morning. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye.